So you're an expert in your field, and this video is for you if you are very well known within a very small circle of clients, and for you it's difficult to reach new potential customers. And it's because I'm making these videos a lot. I'm talking to experts a lot, and they find it very difficult to get the bigger reach, and they think they have to make a marketing plan, to brainstorm about content. They have to be more higher up the ranking in Google. That's old, that's not working anymore, but they still think that. Or they think, okay, I want AI to name me and to cite me. Yeah, that's the new game, and I can help you with that as well. But this video is more about something else, because if you want to be known by AI or even Google, you want to be known for your potential new customers in your outer circle, not from your inner circle. And I'm talking to entrepreneurs a lot of times. They are so good at what they do, and when they work with clients they have the best results, but they find it very difficult to get new customers. And they come because mouth-to-mouth works very well, but it's still difficult. And that's not a problem about reach. It's not a marketing problem, but it's more of a codification problem. And I will help you with this in a very easy way. It's just a practical exercise that's going to help you to let the people you work with talk about you more, also in an easier way. That's really important, that the people who you work with, they want to say to other people what you do, but if they don't have the right words, then they cannot explain it. So if other people ask them about you, they will say, yeah, they helped me in a great way, but it's difficult to explain. And that's a big problem, because if it's difficult to explain for the new potential customer, yeah, they don't even know what solution you have for them. So that's a big problem. And some people are so enthusiastic, they will say, yeah, it doesn't matter, I cannot explain it, but you have to go to him or her. Yes, I understand. So via mouth to mouth you get customers, but not enough. And it's more easy to do it in a simple way. And because of that, I thought of a framework that's very helpful. And this explains immediately, or it shows immediately how this works. So this framework, the words are important, is called the concept Carve. It's just like that, the concept Carve, CC, concept Carve. So now you can talk about the concept Carve to other people. That's what a name does. That's why the name is important. So what I want you to do, because it's more a kind of workshop video, I don't want you to sit back and relax and just take everything in and then you go do your business as usual. That's not working. So it's more like a workshop kind of video. And what I would just want you to do is to think about your best use case. So what was the best project you did? What was the best experience you had with one customer? Only one. And I want you to think about it in a whole. So how did this customer came to you? What did you discuss with this customer? How was the project going? What did you do? And at the end, okay, what was the result and why was the result it was? So what did you do? What did you think of? What intent was there? What was the energy you had? Think about everything. First you have to everything, and then we start the carving. That's why it's called concept Carve. So think about this. I know you have one. You have this amazing customer story. And it doesn't matter if you can name the customer or not, because I've worked with several customers I cannot name because they are famous or don't want to be online with their name and picture. So that doesn't matter. It's your best result, your best case. Okay, so you have that in mind, or you write it down, pause the video, write it down, or type it down or dictate it via Whisper Flow, for example, and make sure it's somewhere. What you then do is start to use this framework, concept Carve. You think about it as, okay, you had the case. That's what you already did. Okay, case first, then minus surface. So you cut out everything, the name, the details, even the pricing. It doesn't matter. All the specific details that are specific for this client. So all on the surface you cut out. And then plus name. So you think of an easy name. Don't think about it too long. You can even put in the case, strip, carve, all the surface things, and then say to AI, okay, what's a good name for this concept? So it's easy. You had the case minus surface plus name is concept. That's what concept Carve is. It's easy. And why it's very helpful, because you can think, okay, why do I have to do this, Paul? Well, it's very easy. When you start talking to other people, you can talk about your method. You can say, okay, I use this framework. Oh, tell me about it. Okay, we do this, and then you have the framework. So you can say, okay, I'm doing this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this is the result. And that's what I call the concept Carve. Or for different frameworks, I have the entity of one framework, the rings of entity framework, the firsts of context framework. I have several frameworks, but if you talk about that and it resonates with the customer is more likely to talk about it in the same way to other people and even use it online. Wow, they helped me. Your name, maybe your name is Joey. Joey helped me with this framework, with this method. And this method, it's the name they give. Okay, and then the potential customer asks them, okay, but what does that mean? It sounds great, but what does it do? And they can point it out because you wrote down the steps. And that's what we want to do. We want you to find your frameworks. When you have the best case, you wrote it down, you have already one framework, and that's amazing. It's good for AI to find you and cite you. It's good for Google to name you and to rank you as well. But it's especially good for your mouth-to-mouth marketing, because other people can talk more easily about your framework. So again, you have the best use case, the case, minus the surface. So you strip all the details out that are only for that client. So if you use some details for every client, then it needs to be into the concept. So case minus surface plus name, you think about a name, is concept Carve. That's my framework. So your name is what it is. So think about it as, okay, I need to think about the name later, and you can explain all the steps. Don't make the steps like 8 steps or 29 steps. It's too much. You have to think about 3 to 5 steps. And of course, these steps, they include more, because each step, like for me as well with this, the case, yeah, you can name everything about the case. You can use more steps within that, but for you to explain it to you, it's more easy. Okay, your best use case. What's the best case? Surface as well. Okay, I can name everything. Okay, the name or the pricing or etc. It doesn't matter. I can name every detail, but it doesn't matter. For you, it's like, okay, surface are only the things I used in this use case for that client especially, not for all the other clients. Okay, strip it out. Okay, a name, easy. You think about a name. That's the most important thing, is that you can connect to the name. So when you think about your own method, you can think about that name and immediately your brain understands what the steps are. That's important. And that's concept Carve. When you do this for yourself, you notice it's much more easy online in your content or to other people to explain what you do. Because you say, hi, I'm Joey. I'm helping people with nice designer shoes. handmade, and I use my designer shoes framework. That's not a catchy name. Think about a different name if your name is Joe and you do this. So maybe you can think about, okay, I have it's nice to think about shoe making in steps. So I use the step jump framework, for example. Step jump framework to create for you the better designer shoes. So that's amazing. That can work because if you are Joe and you are making designer shoes and you tell people about your step jump framework and you explain it in an easy way, okay, step 1 is this, step 2 is this, and then the jump, of course, because it's his framework, you can talk about it. You see how easy it's talking about it. So I want you to have the same thing. So start concept carving, your best use case, minus service plus name is your concept, and you can start to talk about this concept more online to other people, and you can see your business and your framework starts to live. And it's amazing as an entity on your website because frameworks are very good for AI to cite you.